Your trauma does not define you. That's a message a Chicago woman is now sharing with hundreds of women who've also survived abuse and assault. This Hispanic Heritage Month, CBS 2's Dana Kozlov profiles the founder of a nonprofit who's using her healing journey to help others.
I am a childhood sexual abuse survivor, and then I also went through domestic, emotional, and financial abuse as an adult.
But 36-year-old Jennifer Ramirez isn't afraid to talk about it. In fact, she's made a life by speaking about her trauma and healing, founding a nonprofit called And Rise.
The and means your story isn't over yet, there's more to tell, and the rise means rising above any adversities that you've been through.
Ramirez says 10 years ago she never thought she'd be the executive director of a women's empowerment organization. That's about the time she hit rock bottom, struggling to raise her young daughter alone, dating an abusive man, and keeping her childhood abuse secret. Ramirez says her light bulb moment came after a fight with that boyfriend got physical.
After everything, he was like, "What do you have to say for yourself?" You know, with his hands on his hip, looking down at me, like, and that was just the moment where, like, the light bulb turned on. Like, this man does not respect you. Like, he doesn't value you. I was like, I need to make a change. This is not what I want for myself, and especially not for my daughter.
She started And Rise in her living room in 2019. It offers counseling, in-person and virtual support groups, and workshops, connecting with more than 500 women so far.
The emotions were there.
25-year-old Nadia Quito, a sexual assault, child and domestic abuse survivor, is one of them. She attends the weekly support group.
You feel connected, you feel safe, and that's so much important for survival.
That's really helpful too.
Ramirez says getting women in her culture to open up can be especially challenging.
I will say that I do think in the Black and Latino community that there is a stigma around, like, mental health and talking about things. We just don't talk about these things that happen, unfortunately. But I will say that we all suffer the same way.
Let it out.
She hopes eventually to help women all over the world recognize their trauma doesn't define them.
You can say no, and that there are such things as boundaries and healthy boundaries, and that's how you gain your power back.
Ramirez looks at this as her mission and says she's never been so sure of anything in her life. If you would like more information on And Rise, we'll have that for you on our website, cbschicago.com. I'm live in the Streetside studio, Dana Kozlov, CBS 2 News. Brad?